Yeah, so the van's going into the shop tomorrow. I'm going to have it wired. I'm going to have all these receptacles hardwired in. This one's got the 2 charging ports plus a 12 volt. This is going to be a bunk. This is where my son is going to be sleeping, back here. In here, this space is going to be a little galley kitchen. I got my 12 volt deep cycle lead acid battery right there. I got it held in with a rubber strap for right now. I'm going to change this. I don't like having this hook sticking out here. I'll change that later. I'll put a little block of wood down here in the floor to separate these two, to move this battery out about an inch, and then I'll put a bolt through there instead of this hook. So there's that, and I'm getting some insulation in. And this is going to be my bunk here, from here all the way up to there. And oh yeah, here's another 12 volt receptacle here for 12 volt items. I'm going to have an inverter here. I'm going to have my little control panel. I'm going to have a power inverter here because this is where the microwave is going to go. Microwave and a cooler. And then down here, that's going to be this is where the head of my bed is going to be. And I got my own little charging port and a 12 volt outlet. And then over here, the refrigerator freezer is going to go right in here. And I got 12 volt receptacles here, so I'm going to need a fan, a little 12 volt circulating fan up here to keep the air circulating, and whatever else in. Oh, and the refrigerator freezer, the 12 volt refrigerator freezer. And then right in here, where that space is left, there's going to be a small bathroom. That's going to be a challenge. So still plenty of work to do. But tomorrow's a big day. I'm getting the wiring done. I'm getting the battery hooked up. We will be electrified. I'm having the battery wired to the alternator. And between the battery and the alternator will go this device, a 12 volt battery isolator. Good for up to 150 amps. I think the alternator on the truck has 130 amps, so we got more than enough to cover it. And yeah, and then this little device will charge the battery in a smart way. These deep cycle batteries require a slow charge, from what I've read, whereas your starting battery in the car requires a quick charge. And the alternator is designed to produce a fast charge. So this thing will step it down a bit so I don't boil my battery. And I have to take it out and look at it, but there's also a switch in here which will allow me to use the house battery to start the truck. If the starting battery should fail, I can throw a switch in here and I can draw the power off the house battery to start the engine. So that's a pretty good feature to have. And yeah, so then I'll just have to, I'm not putting a solar panel on this van, I don't think, so I'm going to have to recharge the house battery just by driving the truck around. I don't know how much it'll take, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour a day, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a voltmeter. I don't have one just yet. I'm gonna have to order one online. I haven't been able to find one that I can afford. I could go to West Marine and buy a Blue Sea voltmeter for $250, but I'm not spending that kind of money on a voltmeter. I saw one on Amazon for $21. It has a low voltage alarm and a cutoff switch, so that if the voltage gets too low, it cuts the power. It cuts off the battery, so you don't drain it. You don't want to drain these batteries below 50% of their charge. It causes damage to them. So yeah, so tomorrow's a big day. Oh yeah, and I got the roof fan in today. Oh my God, what a horrible job that was. Oh man, I'm telling you, it was a tough job. I'm sorry I wasn't able to film it, but it was such a tough job, and I'm under such a tight deadline, and I don't have any help here for the most part. So wow, tough job. Not a complicated job, basically simple, but not easy, because you got to climb up on the roof, you got to cut a hole in the metal ceiling, and all this goo. I couldn't find Dicor. You know, everybody recommends Dicor for the sealant, but the nearest place I could get Dicor was 44 miles away, and I'm not going to drive that far, so I substituted. I guess it's in the house. I don't have it right now. I went to Home Depot and got a sealer in the concrete section. So yeah, they're going to wire this up for me. I have ventilation. Going to be electrified. But as you can see, the lumber is pretty rough. This is 3/4 inch plywood. It's pretty rough stuff, and I'm not putting a lot of finesse into making it fit. I'm using these L brackets to well, that's to hold in the I'm using L brackets up here to attach it to the truck. There's another small one down there. And so it's pretty rough stuff. So that's what I'm going to call that's what I'm going to name my van. I think I'm going to name it Rough Stuff, or I think probably better yet, RuffKutt. So welcome to the house of RuffKutt.